Welcome back to another video. So in this one I'm going to just go over some of the kit that I used on my winter sort of hike up to Blencathra in the Lake District. So this was a walk I did 2 weeks ago. I'll put a card up to the video up here. So obviously it was freezing cold going up on a mountain summit in the Lake District in January. So you need to be mindful in terms of what you're taking and your layering system as well, in terms of what you're going to wear that's going to be the best for you in terms of going up on a high mountain peak in sub-zero temperatures. So in this bag is everything that I basically used on that winter hike. So I'm just going to go through it in a little bit of detail. Hopefully you find it useful if you're thinking of doing a cold weather hike. At the moment it's early February at the moment, so we've got sort of one more month of winter, though it can get very, very cold all the way up until May, maybe even further into May. I don't know, hope not, but let's get this open and I'll show you basically what I took. Okay, so the first item that's come out of the bag is this like fleece lined balaclava. You can get this very cheaply from a place like Decathlon or Mountainwarehouse. It just gives you that extra bit of warmth on the face. Really, really good item for when it's cold. What's next? So obviously a down jacket. This is the Rab Microlight Alpine down jacket, I think it's called. A couple of years old. It's got an excellent warmth to weight ratio. So it's very, very, very warm. I've used it on sort of cold weather camps, things like that, below zero. It's very lightweight, so it's not one of these thick baffled down jackets that you see. Which obviously are very good as well, but this is a lightweight one, so it stuffs down in your bag, really, really compact. I used it, I don't know if I potentially used it on this walk, but this is ideal for when you want to stop. You don't want to wear this on your hike up the mountain. I'll talk about layering system in a minute, but you want to wear this when you basically stop and you start to get cold. Something that you can chuck on, see, a fleece and a down jacket is essential. So that's the down jacket. So what I used on the so the next item, this is from Om. This is the Om Halo Smock. So it's a waterproof outer shell. It's quite thin, but it is waterproof. I've not tested it in actual rain, but this is basically what I wore on the hike up with a Merino wool top underneath. So I had the warmth from the Merino wool, and I used this as basically my outer shell, because remember, you generate body heat, you generate heat even when it's very cold if you're hiking. So but all you really need to use is a Merino wool top. Get them from Decathlon. I've got a one from where is it? Somewhere buried down here. Where is it? I'll get that out in a minute, but I got one from Mountainwarehouse, and it was the first time on this walk actually that I just used a Merino wool top and this. So you don't need to chuck loads of layers on when you're hiking. You just need like a fleece and a down jacket for when you stop, because when you stop you'll start to get cold, because your sweat will start to cool you down. Your sweat will start to go cold, and that's when you need to chuck on, as I say, like a down jacket or like a fleece or something like that. So speaking of fleeces, so this is just a cheap sort of is it Mountainwarehouse? Yeah, it's Mountainwarehouse fleece. Again, I'm not using these on the hike up. It's just that extra layer to chuck on when I stop and I get cold. Obviously a hat and gloves. This is just another Mountainwarehouse product, I think. Finsulate hat. I've had it a few years. It's been brilliant. Keeps your head nice and warm. Obviously in the cold weather, any sort of camping overnight, you need one of these. And some gloves, which I've lost. They're somewhere about. I haven't got them here. So underneath, these are absolutely brilliant. It's another item by Om. So these are the Om. I can never remember the name of them. but these are their basic kind of down winter flash tights. That's it, I've remembered it. Winter flash tights. So these have got sort of baffles in them that keep you warm. These were absolutely brilliant. It kept my legs really, really warm. And I just wore some my Montane kind of Terra pant thing, trouser things over the top. So both of those together kept me nice and warm on the legs. You don't necessarily have to get these two items are quite expensive. The OMS, this was about 80 quid. These Montane Terra pants are like the same price, and you don't need to spend too much money. You can just go to Decathlon, look for some Merino wool bottoms or something. They'll keep you nice and warm. But also, yeah, you can just get some cheap Decathlon walking trousers for a fraction of the price, really, which is what I would highly recommend to do. Okay, so I mentioned about the the Merino wool top. So I've had this for years, like literally, but not years, like 4 or 5 years maybe. This is just a Merino wool top from Mountainwarehouse. I don't even think it's 100% Merino wool, but it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I wore this on the hike that you see, the clips in the video. If you've seen the video, we're going up to Blencathra. I just wore one of these and that Halo smock jacket, and I was fine. As long as I kept moving. If I stopped moving, then that's when you need to, if you're going to stop moving, make a coffee or something. You need to have a fleece in the bag and a down jacket, hat and gloves, keep you warm, some hand warmers maybe, something like that. So brilliant. You don't need to spend a lot of money on a merino wool top. As I say, this is probably about £24, £25 from Mountainwarehouse. I've got 2 of these. So I'd use one of these on the hike up, and I'd have a spare one. If I'm going camping, I want a spare one for night time, because they obviously might get a bit wet and stuff, sweat. Then I've got these Berghaus. I think they're like storm cloud waterproof trousers. They've been really, really good. I've worn these in rain, heavy downpours and things, and they've got like the Hydra Shell, whatever that is. You can take them off easily if you've got sort of walking boots on, or hiking boots, and put them on and off, take them on and off easily enough. They've been, really, really good. The only thing I'd say about that Halo Smock is it's very thin. I've not tested it in like proper rain. On a long distance hike, you might want to get something a bit thicker, like my Rab Downpour Plus jacket, which I put a card up. I reviewed that one a few years ago. Had that. That's brilliant. It's got zips and venting zips and things underneath the armpits. So it's really, really breathable, which the Halo Smock doesn't have. But I like the Halo Smock because it just looks really good, the colours and things. So you might want to get a Gore-Tex jacket, waterproof, proper sort of Gore-Tex waterproof jacket as well. But yeah, that's just one more item in here actually, which is these. These are brilliant. Again, this is just for like a winter hike, but yeah, if you want to stop or anything and have a coffee, and it's freezing cold. I've got these Naturehike down pants, which have been brilliant. Another brilliant product. Again, this is not premium. This is sort of towards the lower end of the price bracket. You can get Rab do something similar, but you're going to be paying more. But these Naturehike things, down pants, have been brilliant. And I've also got the little, you might have seen, I've got these little, the equivalent that goes on your feet to keep your feet warm. And yeah, just got also, these are merino wool socks from Decathlon. Obviously, mostly needed for going camping overnight in the winter, or in the summer obviously as well. Keep your feet nice and warm, but this is quite a lot of stuff to take. Obviously it's winter and you're just going for a walk, whatever, but if you're doing any sort of mountain walks in sub-zero temperatures, you want to be prepared. You want to take a head torch, everything really, things like that, and all this gear to keep you warm. So if you do find yourself having to stop or stay somewhere for a bit up there and it's freezing cold, you've got the wind chill, to bear in mind as well. You've got all this gear to keep you nice and warm if you've got to sit down for any period of time. All right, so hope that video has been useful. That gives you an idea of what I wore on that last hike. But as I say, that Blencathra walk, the first hike that I've actually tried just using Merino on top and just an outer shell, and I was fine. As long as I kept moving, I was generating body heat, which was keeping me warm. And that's where, you know, you just need to be thinking about a layering system. And when you do stop, you've got a fleece and a down jacket, chuck on, hat and gloves, all of that. So yeah, I hope you've found that video useful. If you got any comments about any of the gear that I've used, any questions about where to get it from or anything like that, just drop me a comment below. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.